Good morning, my name is Sally and I'm here to talk to you about my medicines. I've been told that I have asthma, high blood pressure and heart failure, along with all the other little joyous things about getting old. You know, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I think, oh, another bit of my body has decided not to work properly. I've been on loads of medication for years now, most of it on repeat prescription. To be honest, I don't always take it like I should. But then I always collect it because you never know, I might need it in an emergency. I think most people are like that, don't you? Anyway, I rang about my repeats and the receptionist said, no, I had to have a medicine review before I could get another prescription. So I made another appointment and the following day I went down to the practice. I was told that the review would be held by the pharmacist. Well, to be quite honest, I was a bit annoyed about that. Pharmacists, what do they know? They just count tablets. They're not doctors. How would they know what I needed to take? Well, now is the time for me to eat my words. The appointment with the pharmacist was one of the best things I've ever done. The one with my GP was good, but this one was much more in-depth, probably because we had more time and we weren't tied to just one issue. The appointment went like this. We sat down and she said to me, was there anything I wanted to ask, anything I needed to know? And to begin with, I really didn't know what to ask. So she brought all of my meds up on the screen and she started to talk me through them one by one, saying, now, do you know when to take this? Do you have difficulties taking it? Oh, and the best of all is why it's been prescribed and what it does. I thought at this point I'd better admit to her that I didn't always take the medication. But she was cool about it. She wasn't angry or anything. She just asked me why and listened very carefully as I spoke to her. After that, I decided to mention the fact that I'd always had 2 inhalers before, but during the last 2 prescriptions, the brown one wasn't there. So I just took the blue one all the time. I just think they're both the same. And again, she took time to explain to me the difference between them and even gave me a leaflet to take home and read. The other thing is she explained it so clearly that even I could understand. Well, having 2 inhalers is wonderful. For a start off, I'm able to have a good night's sleep because I'm not coughing all the time. And my husband's thrilled too because he's getting a good night's sleep too. I felt so relaxed with her that I decided to say, well, there is one thing that's been bothering me. I've been feeling very tired lately, all the time, and I've even lost my appetite. I'm just putting it down to old age. But she said, I'm not sure. She took my blood pressure and my pulse and then asked me more questions about how I was feeling. She said she was only asking this because I might have a problem with one of the drugs. She then said to me, I think it would be a good idea if you had a blood test. So there and then she arranged it for me. What else could I say? So I was ready for my blood test. The only problem is, and I hate to admit this, I completely forgot about it. So a week later, the pharmacist, she rang me and she said, I've just looked at your records and I see that you haven't been in. Oh, did I feel so stupid. But she was so kind, she didn't get angry. She said, don't worry, I'll make you another appointment. And so she did. And this time I didn't forget it. And within a few days, I had a call from the practice. The GP wanted to see me. Apparently, the blood test showed that my digoxin was too heavy, so she was going to cut it down. And then within another couple of weeks, I began to feel better, not so tired, and have a lot more energy. And then in time, my appetite came back. So you see, it wasn't down to me just getting old. It was the meds that were doing it. I've decided now that I'm going to ask the pharmacist in future. I mean, my GP is fine, but she's always so overworked and time is so precious. And I mean, I don't think I can take up an appointment talking about my meds. I mean, I need to save those for when I'm really poorly. No, the pharmacist is the way to go. They have time. And even now, I mean, I didn't know they could do so many things. She could order blood tests. She could even write out a prescription. I have been telling my friends and my relatives all about this, so I think in the future they might be asking for the pharmacist too.